So let us check. This is very interesting. Taking a cylinder and making the divisions, let's say 6 hexagon. Delete. I wanted a plane like this. Okay, and in that, let me check if I can convert this into a quad. So now this is a quad, this is a quad. That means this is a hexagon. Okay. Now going to the top view, keeping it over here, duplicate, keeping it over here. You can make it a little bit uneven also. That will look interesting. Okay. So intentionally, I'm making it a little bit uneven like this. Okay. And once again duplicate and keeping it somewhere like this. So you can see intentionally I kept this space and this space. I could have made it perfectly connected, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so selecting this, I can see two more. I don't know if I missed it. All right. Now selecting all the three, mesh and combine. So now this is one. This is one. 45 center pivot. I think the point of it, scaling it down. Almost it is on the grid. If it is not, keep it on the grid. Okay. Now go to the curves. And let's make some random shape. Something like this. I made a random shape. Now what I'm doing, selecting the faces. It's not necessary you have to keep even these divisions, okay, but I made it quad. Now selecting this and extrude. Definitely the divisions should be many. It's looking like this. So let's make it 500. These many divisions actually you need. we want to create a proper perfect row. Okay, now going to the input node of poly extrusion and twist. Okay, so let's make it 1000. Let's check what's happening. It's happening like this. Okay, this is the reason we need so many divisions. Okay, so let's make it 5000. Right, and selecting it, mesh display, and just reverse it. Okay, and because I kept a little bit gap in between, I'm getting this gap in between. So over there, if you are not keeping these gaps, over here also you will not get those gaps. So it's up to you. You want those gaps or you don't want those gaps. Okay, guys, all of you understood this? Okay, so this is something very interesting. Now today I thought of starting uh, organic modeling. Okay, but today I will not start the organic modeling because you guys are not prepared. So on Tuesday I'll check once again the completed guitar. After that I'll start the organic. Okay, uh, till then, so this is the row. Last day in guitar I'm showing today I'm showing some tips and tricks. Okay, so which can help you while working. Suppose I'm creating a box. A box. So when we generally create a box, so a box is just a box. So if it is a packing box made of wooden planks basically, so how it should look. So going to the offset edge loop tool and made some divisions. It need not to be very precise because definitely all the wooden planks can be different. And you know what? The middle two loops I actually don't need. So control and delete. I'm showing you another shortcut. Hold control, right click, edge loop utilities to edge loop and delete. Okay. In the exam maybe there can be a question edge loop utility. So what you will do in edge loop utility? So hold control, right click, edge loop utilities. You can select edge loop, you can duplicate edge loop, or you can delete edge loop. Okay, control, right click, edge loop utility. So same thing I'm doing over here like this. That's a shortcut. Or you can do control and delete. That is also fine. Control and delete. Okay. Now I'm selecting all the faces. Sorry, all the faces. Control selecting the middle. I'm making a packing box. Right? And now I just extrude it. See, just a box, then also how much care you need to take. So the box and these are the wooden planks. This box is made of wooden planks. So all the sides, wooden planks are there. Now what? It cannot be, all the wooden planks are kept like this in a plane, cannot be possible. So what I'm going to do, selecting these four sides, okay, and extrude. So this is a set. So this plank is kept on those two, and similarly, so logically, you need to do the modeling. So over here also, you need to create the thickness of it. Similarly, over here also it should be there. These are all extensions. Okay, so all these wooden planks are kept like this. So now, what I am making right now, these are very much even. I could have made it a little bit uneven. So up to us. You can make it a little bit uneven. Definitely can be done. Now, what next to do? I'm selecting almost all the edges. But you know what? These edges are not needed to be selected. These in between edges, not needed to be selected. Okay, so take your time, deselect those edges and go to bevel. You can see for these edges actually I don't need three loops. So I need to bevel it. Now this is a good model. Okay, something is needed. What is that? Taking a cube, mesh and smooth. Maybe with two subdivision level. Okay, so it will be converted into a sphere. Now, leading the face. Okay, selecting this much, extrude. In the global axis, all right. So what I need to do? A good point is exactly at the correct position. So I'm just trying to snap it. So I snapped it. Make it a little bit believable. Take care of this part. And the last loop should go inside like this. It will look more believable. Okay. So making it smaller. Approximately on the surface you can see. This one, intentionally I kept it a little bit like this. Duplicate like this. It is not necessary all the screws will be at the same direction, right? Duplicate, duplicate. So like this, for all the corners, we are going to put this. So from a same model, you know, the entire model will look believable now. I guess you are getting my point. So like this, another thing coming to my mind. Over here, there is no detailing. So previously I had two loops in these areas, if you can remember, but I deleted those because of this. Because I'm not using these loops. And what I was saying basically, it's not necessary. Entirely, it has to be the same. This will look machine made, but actually wooden made. If I am making for a project, I will not make like this. But you know what I'll do? Wooden plank, this side a little bit smaller. Before a few days, we uh, had seen the hut, right? So maybe this side a little bit broader than this side. This side a little bit crooked over here. So those things means in that case, you know, if middle loop is there, so maybe can be used, maybe like this one, maybe like this or like this. So make it believable, so that it will look like wooden planks are there. Okay, guys. Okay, another thing. Now you can tell me, this is not looking believable. This area, absolutely true. This is not looking believable. In that case, before we will, before we will, from all the sides, what can be done or what could be done? I'm selecting the faces. The faces I have selected and extruding it inside. No, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. That I should not select the sides. Still, those are looking selected. I guess you are getting the point. Why I should not select the sides? This flank is of the inside part. Okay. Now let us check. I'm pushing it inside. Okay. And this also. Before the bevel only I need to do. So there is a little gap between this flank and this one. It will look believable. So before the bevel only I have to do, then it will look more believable. And then need to do the bevel. Okay, understood this? Now, maybe there are some ropes. Okay, so selecting this, once again, make live. I'm whatever you already know, I'm repeating the same thing and I'm giving you more ideas like what can be done in your modeling. So taking the curve, intentionally I'm keeping one and selecting twice, or let us check if we can use CV curve. Okay, so create, taking CV curve at the corner. I selected twice over here. Now need to check the surface tension. So over here it's coming fine. Over here and over here. All right. Similarly, surface tension will be there in this area and in this area. Then coming over here. Then coming over here, and let's end it over here. Let us check. So this one, now click it off. It's looking fine now. All right. Similarly, coming to this area, little outside. Over here, you can see I need another top point. In the guitar also the same problem we face, right? So insert knot. All right. So same thing over here. Each and every point we have to be very precise. Now it is fine. I think I have to create a little bit more gap if this is a rope. Now the next thing is I'm selecting these two endpoints. In these two sides also I need to do the same. Later on I will do it, and maybe hanging from somewhere. So this surface tension will be too much, isn't it? So I'm keeping just like this, hanging from somewhere, like this. Okay. Now similarly, what I created before some time. So taking the cylinder, I'll do it quickly this time, making it 6, deleting the upper part, delete. Okay, this is all right now. Now selecting this and reverse. All right. Now very quickly, this time let's make it very precise. Duplicate, selecting this, mesh, combine. Making it very small. Let's take it over here. And it has to be much more smaller, isn't it? Much smaller. But this big packing box, the rope has a little thick, otherwise it cannot hold. Right? So faces, keep selecting this. Let us check what can be done. Extrude, increasing the divisions. All right. Let's make it. Let's say 300. Let's make it 500. We need divisions. All right. Now let us check the problems. Before that, let's twist it. Let's say 2000. How much we kept? 10,000 or 5,000. Let's check 5,000. Still, it needs to be more. 10,000. Now, guys, just check the problem. Right? Looking problematic. Let us check if we can rectify the problem. So, pressing 4, selecting the curve once again. The history is there. And what I'm going to do, going to the curve and rebuilding the curve. And let's make it has to be a very high number of the spans. 3 cubic, but 40 spans. Let us check. Selecting this, display and reverse. Now it is all right, isn't it? Now it is all right. Still, I can see some problem, right? Like, let us check. You can see interpenetrating going inside. I think there is another one, 2 or 3. Uh, it is straight, you know, it is straight. almost fine. Now over here also the same. First selecting this, pushing it outer side, push it outside, push it outside. That's fine. Now similarly, selecting this one, and I'll just duplicate it and rotate it 90 degree. Definitely this is a cubic shaped box, so will look like this, right? Now it is looking fine. I want some of these faces, same 3 faces. I could have duplicated it before only. So edit mesh and duplicate. So like that, we can duplicate the faces. All right, edit, delete by type, history. Okay, mesh, combine. I'm keeping it aside. Now, what about this area? Let us check. Guys, so far you are getting my point, what I am doing? Yes, Saurav, organic means like that, like human. Yes. All right. Now, even you can make it double. Okay, instead of one, you can make it double. And I can see another problem. Like it cannot be like this, isn't it? Here also it is interpenetrating. So I need to come back and need to take care. In the curve, but I guess now you know what to do. Just select those, and from here to there. So this vertex you need to put it over here. It will come down. Okay, now I'm concentrating over there. So selecting all except this, putting in a layer. I'm sorry. Let's make a straight line. So many times we have done this. Selecting this, shift selecting this, and once again extrude, right? Go to the extrude option box and rotation, give it a rotation of approximately 1000. It worked. Curve and duplicate surface curve. Now selecting this, delete, selecting this, delete, selecting this, delete, selecting all, I'm deleting. Select this one, move it up. Where the model I have kept? Don't know. I guess I once again deleted it. Okay. Anyway. Oh, it's there. Lucky. So selecting this and making it very small. Need to increase the radius over here. Proportion later on I'll check. Okay. For now, keeping it like this. And now select this one and it's snapping the surface actually. Yes, I wanted something like this. All right. Selecting the faces, shift selecting this and extrude. Increasing the divisions, maybe 300 in this case. Twist 1000. It has to be more, maybe 3000. Not bad. Selecting this mesh, reverse, and now my job will be don't scale this, but go to the curve once again and scale it. Scale the curve. It has to be very composed. I need to rectify this. But it has to be very composed so that end parts of these things should not be visible. All right, now selecting this and manually I'm just thinking if I can also delete it. This is the last point, so actually there is one problem. The curve, sorry. Let us check if I can make it a little better. So the last point manually, sorry, I'm working a little bit. Even what can be done could be done. This face you select and keep it inside so that that is not visible properly. That maybe I'll do later on. Something like this. Now select this, edit, delete by type history, I want my world rotation, so and modify center pivot. So over here, I mean, you have to be very precise with each and everything. This part you could have kept inside. I am actually not distorting the geometry. Later on, I will rectify it. So not a problem. So take it once again, rectify it. So double click on it
Sir,
and once again rectify it. Yes.
sir, sometimes we try to use edge loops, but it doesn't work.
No.
मतलब एक ही
If yes, if there are any open edge, then edge loop will not work. Open edge
no,
in
sir,
a sense. Hmm?
in between center only I click.
I'm showing
Okay,
you. I'm showing you how edge loop will not work. I'm showing you, Sagar.
okay, sir.
So edit, delete by type, history. I guess you were getting the point, right, guys? Something like this. It could be double also. So different polygons actually. Even the entire rope is 3 polygons. Okay, like that. This you guys understood this example? Okay, so in whatever modules you are making in that unit, you can add detailing like this, small detailing like this. Now, regarding the suppose I am working with several subdivisions like this. I'm selecting this edge, or I'm selecting this edge and I'm deleting it by chance. It is deleted. Now I'm putting edge loop over here. Absolutely fine. Oh, the model is actually good. That's why it has taken the edge loop. But most of the cases, this portion it will not take. It automatically created this edge.